Hello everybody and welcome back to the cooperative multiplayer. So Chainsaw is just starting off by finishing the rolling. I'm going to upgrade the sprayer so we have a wider working width. It shouldn't be that expensive, I don't think, to do that. And which one should I use? I'm kind of tempted to use this one because it is four-wheel drive. Yeah, we'll use this tractor. So yeah, I don't know how much it's actually going to cost, but it should be well within our price range. We're also on the lookout for a planter, but they seem very difficult to actually get to pop up in the sale. Because if you're new to the series, we're only allowed to buy stuff in the used machinery sale. So anything on here, it's a good selection, but 0 planters, believe it or not. Right, so we don't need the herbicide yet. We need liquid fertilizer. But before we do anything, let's just get it into here. Okay, right, so probably it's worth just repairing that. I always repair it. Oh, £5,000 just to repair the sprayer as well. Interesting. Right, so the upgrade is £12,000. And we will have to pay, we'll have to sign in as an admin to be able to deduct that because it doesn't deduct it for us. Okay, minus 12,000. There we go. Did that go? I hope it went. Right. Okay then. So if it didn't go, not to worry, we can sort it out later. We have a nice big working width. And we have 2 IBCs, 2 partially filled IBCs of liquid fertilizer here. Correction, we had one totally full one and one which was pretty much empty. Well, at least one of them was totally full. So I really don't know if we're going to have to buy any more. We probably will have to. But yeah, anyway, here we go. Let's get over to our field. This took the entire episode last time to do everything. We did do a lot of work here though. Oh, and I didn't, after I finished recording the episode, I noticed that strip. How annoying. The strip which never got done. I don't know how that happened, but it did happen. Yeah, I'm going to start over here because I don't know how wide that's actually going to be. Well, 33 metres actually, but yeah, there we go. Right, so let's get that onto steering assist. I will align first before I engage, and I do worry that I'm not going to be able to pull this up the hill. If that is the case, I will just spray downhill. Sounds hard work and slow, but it's so wide now that it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully we're doing the speed we're supposed to do here, otherwise it is wasting chemicals. 7 miles per hour. I'll have to take a look and see what the speed it can actually do. Oh, I'm going to have to branch off here. Take the branch line. So whilst it's doing that, let me just go to sprayers. It's that one there. 7 miles per hour, what are we doing? 7, okay, good. We're okay. It just seems slow, but yeah, that is top speed. And actually, it's not consuming the fertilizer that quickly. We are on automatic here, aren't we? Yeah. So it should be doing everything it needs to do. Yep, that's working. So it's an oat field, and it just clearly doesn't require that much nitrogen, I suppose. I will just double check this. I really don't need to, but I will just double check this. pH value is perfect in front of the sprayer. pH value is perfect behind. Nitrogen is perfect behind. Good. It's 100 out of 100. So, let's crack on. Let's get this done. This shouldn't take long. Well, with the exception of this tiny bit here, that is our spraying done. So, yeah, it's been a little slow on this tractor, but it hasn't really been too bad. Just nice to have the really wide working width. It's going to help a great deal with herbicide spraying as well. Okay, so there we are, done. So are we ready to move on to April, I wonder? We have April and May to wait through to get a planter if necessary. Because yeah, the latest month we can plant a plantable crop is May. But is one going to appear? It's been months and months and nothing's appeared, so hopefully, yeah, we're ready for April. So let's speed up that time. So I suppose I should just immediately empty this and put herbicide in, because we're going to have to do herbicide spraying. Joy. But yeah, let's just see what April brings for us. There will already be a change in the sale. Ooh, a JCB. Some interesting things, but not things that we are actually looking for. It would be an impulse buy if we just got something that we're not looking for. And really, it's just a planter, I think, that we're looking for. Well, actually, we're looking for a planter and another tractor, but the tractor is not desperate. We do not need it. It's not essential. Okay, well, I'm just going to jump cut until the morning. That's 6 AM. I don't know how fast we need to go through here, but we should have a good selection of things. So we have another combine harvester, a lorry, another cultivator there, another lorry. Oh my goodness, there's still no planter. Right, so we can just keep going for a little while. We don't have to stop so soon. I was just sort of hoping there would be something, but let's have a look and see if there's any weeds. Oh yeah, many people are saying it looks like Italy and Sicily, so it looks like my pirate's foot or leg is out the window. Not to worry, I can see what you're saying. It really does look like it. Right, so weeds. No weeds. Oh, that's good, isn't it? That's very good. Yes. Another quad track. Wow. Who would have thought it? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Very nice. Well, we've got to 10 to 7 in the evening. We'll get to 7. And then we'll put the time to real time. Or half time. Did it appear? No. Okay, so I had a brainwave. And that is that if we don't get a planter in time, then we can't seed. We cannot use a seeder in May. It has to be a planter to use in May. So it looks like we're going to have to drill this field. But it does mean we've got a year now to try and get a planter. It's not the end of the world anyway. It really is not the end of the world. But it would have been nice to be able to use a planter for some other stuff. But yeah, okay. It's not a major problem really. So this field here, the extended field for the first time, can be sown. Obviously some of it's been done before, but it's a lot bigger than it used to be. But yeah, everything in that sale, it's always the same sort of thing. Cultivators, headers, combines, you're always okay for that sort of thing. But planters, it is like the game does not want to put a planter in. It's not going to put a planter in. Very strange. I don't know. I guess it is just luck. I don't know. Interesting. Right, okay, well, we've got the roller. I think ideally Chainsaw needs to get a little bit ahead with that though first. And then we've got the sprayer. And yeah, it looks like that other field. Let me just run over there. It looks like it did not grow any weeds, or at least not yet. Which is great for us. It looks lovely. Look at this field. It looks absolutely outstanding. Let me fly up in the air with my chainsaw. So you can see what we've got so far. These are our 3 fields which are growing. And that's number 4. And then I want to personally expand over this way. I think it would be so nice to go over here because it's, well, I think it's loam. I don't know for sure. You can probably tell actually. You can probably look, but I reckon it's loam. Which plot is it? Hang on. 17.6. Is it private? No, it looks like it's private. Private to sea. Okay. Well, I think it would be loam over here. It is obviously a risk, but you can't get much worse than what we've got now. So we've got nothing to really lose. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to do a really quick time lapse. Oh wow, what? That's weird. Couldn't stop flying. I'm just going to, yeah, time lapse chainsaw. Because I really need to wait until he has got far enough ahead. You might say we're on a roll. Yeah, it would be nice to have a bigger roller, but priorities, and of course getting one in the sale. Actually, there's been a lot of rollers, but they've all been around this size. I don't think there's been a massive one. And the massive one, the base price is like £140,000 or something, so yeah, even if there was one, even if it was half price, it still would not really be affordable for us. Right, so yeah, continuing on, getting things done. This is probably our halfway point, so we're not gonna just, you know, roll in real time, because the entire episode would be rolling, and that would be pretty dull. And we want to move on to May. So one thing is for sure, though, I can just guarantee it. Now that we've drilled the field, or now that we're drilling the field, in the next 24 hours, I bet a planter appears in the cell. It would just be so typical. Who knows? Let's find out. This is a nice site, the end of the rolling. So, it's taken probably half an hour, I would say, about half an hour. It's now time to do the spraying, and then we can move on, finally. But yeah, it's a good job done. It's going to really boost our yields. And yeah, I don't know how much fertilizer it's actually going to take, but we'll find out. don't think anything's updated in sale. No, we haven't really passed time on. But anyway, here we go, the end. Finished. Phew, that's a good job. Okay. So that is our drilling done for, well, at least until August, September time. So it should be many episodes, because it's going to take a long time to deal with all these fields, especially those oat fields, because they're going to need to be baled, and that's going to be a mammoth job. In fact, it would be nice to have a quadrant baler. Oh, whoops, I just crashed into the quad track. Yeah. Whoopsie. I suppose I could help out with that spraying by using the spreader in some areas. But do we still have any granular fertilizer? I don't think we do. No. Okay. That's unfortunate. I could have been a big help. Even the spreader's empty. Yeah, that is a shame. So since there is absolutely nothing else I can do here, I can't even retrieve an IBC because I haven't got a front loader, I'm just going to get a tree and I'll drag it to the sell point because we might as well. It's going to be a bit more money for us, and as soon as Chainsaw is finished we can move on to May. Although what we're going to do in May, I don't know. Because we are literally... Well, I thought I just turned it off. We're literally just waiting for the fields to grow. I did just turn it off. Oh, maybe it's super... Yeah. There we go. You get it when you fly. Super speed. Look at the size of this. Yes, I don't want to take all the trees down, but when I'm just twiddling my thumbs, I might as well make some money in a fast way. It's actually probably the only way I can make money right now. And the chainsaw is finally through. That is one big tree. Oh. Yep, that is one big tree. I wonder how much it's worth. I can prune. That's something at least. Yeah, maybe I can increase the value of this. But I'm going to do this off camera because it's going to be painfully slow. Me just running around like a headless chicken. Although I'm not too sure many headless chickens have a chainsaw in their claws. I tried, but for some reason the lower ones were really easy to prune, but the ones up above just didn't want to. But it should still be worth £5,000, you would hope. Ah, and that one which I keep running over. I might as well take it with me. Just slot it in under here. Nobody would even know it's there. Hopefully that is actually strapped. It's so low down. Keep thinking that's a petrol station, but it's not, is it? Oh, right. Oh. As if it wasn't a big enough gap. Well, I've arrived, in my usual fashion. Yeah, I was hoping for 5,000, so that's very good. It's actually more than 5,000 though. Over 6. Nice, right, let's go and see how Chainsaw's getting on. Maybe we're soon ready to move on. Yep, Chainsaw is just finishing off, so I think we are ready to start moving on to May. At 8 o'clock we're going to get another machine. Is it a planter? No, that would be so typical. Right, yeah, so we're just going to go through to May. And let's see what the morning brings. Let's see what the used machinery sale brings. You know, I'm tempted to say that this is spooky. Because what do we have here? Nothing but a planter. All that time, no planter appeared. And if we hadn't sown the field, we wouldn't have been able to drill it this year. Unless a planter appeared. Which it did. It's actually scary. Oh, well, that's a good buy. That's a very good buy. But no. It's scary. I don't even have words to describe... Well, I suppose I did. I just said it was scary, but yeah. There's also that. That's quite good. That's good. But yeah, we need to get this. We need to buy this for next year because it's clearly very difficult to get a planter to show up. £72,000. We have 50,000, so it's not that far out of reach. But it's not. I'm not saying we can just say right, let's buy it, unless we sold something first. But we don't really have much to sell, so wood would be a good thing. Of course wood is a good thing. So yeah, I think we'd better both grab a trailer and do some wood. Now I'm going to go much further afield because I know that we've got some good trees in that far away forest. There probably are still some good ones in this one. Yeah, I can see one from here. But yeah, that's where Chainsaw's gone anyway, so no point in both competing for the same tree when we own so many trees. But look at this field, it looks so good. I was thinking someone was joining then, my goodness, only Chainsaw and me know the chainsaw, know the password. That would be, well, that'd be spooky as well. It would all be turning spooky, but no, Chainsaw just hit the pause button. Yep, so this is all ours. To a certain extent. Let me just get the marker up to show. Yes, it's just a little bit out, which isn't ours, but this is all ours. And the trees which I really want are, well, these are very good. The red pine, but the pine spruce, they're all really good ones to get. So the same thing is going to apply to every session when we do trees. I'll cut them down on camera, but the processing of them, we'll just jump cut because it's just painful to watch. I am cutting. I know you can't really see anything, but I am cutting. There we go. It's hit the silver birch. Well, I may have bitten off more than I can chew here. One of the pieces glitched, so I couldn't even trim it. But Chainsaw is already there at the sell point. I'm en route now. So Chainsaw managed to get 7879 plus 1,100. 59,000 in total. So can I make it up to, what was it, 72? I might be able to. Yeah, possibly. These are very good trees. It would be just typical if I get like 71,000 in total in the bank account, so we're just short of what we need. But I would be surprised actually, because it really does look like it's worth probably 15,000. Oh, comfortably enough money there. Joy. So yeah, we can buy it. Good news, everyone. Just saving the game first in case it crashes. And then, let's find it. There it is. We'll keep everything as standard. We own a planter. If only that had been in the sale a few hours earlier. But it can still be used because there is actually a plot which we have not drilled in that top corner. So it can still be used this month. Oh yeah, that's that cheap seed I got. I suppose really it would seem kind of silly not to fill it, although we don't really have the money. Well, I suppose no, we can easily bring seed to it. Well, we actually have a load of seed in the yard, it's just fertiliser we don't have. But then we could just spray, so... Anyway, let's get it taken home. Here we are. Yeah, so we will just fill it up with seed. $2,000 litres. And it might need a service because it was used, so it might need a service. We'll just find out how much that would be. Chainsaw is just selling another log. 3,863. Better do it. Okay. Yeah, so it's all ready to go in a future episode. The next episode, most likely, because like I said, this piece here, that could be planted, although it would be rather awkward to plant it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I know not quite the success we were hoping for, but it's still pretty good. No, look, it's germinated. Nice. Yep, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.